What's up guys, and welcome back to episode 23 of the Manchester United Career Mode, and we are in the first month of 2023. Nice little link up that, and if you do hear crying in the background, it is not me and my woeful life. It is in fact the sounds of my nephew, because he just had my niece's bike fall on top of him because he is an idiot and pulled it over. Anyway, let's have a look at the calendar. So, I have a few games in today's episode, starting with Chelsea and hopefully ending with Chelsea, but I think there will be an FA Cup tie added just before the Chelsea game. So chances are it will actually start with Chelsea and we'll end with the FA Cup tie. Moving on to first important things first, we did have a youth intake here, and just having another little look around just to see, because we've not really been getting too much. This goalkeeper though looks up, 1.8 million already, looks insane. But other than that, again, we've still not really seen any players come in that have been absolutely fantastic. And again, nobody really in Serbia bringing anything in for us. We did also decide to add finally the third scout as well. As you see, 65 rated, this goalkeeper at 15, he could be a monster. We may have just found a 6'4" as well, monster. But as I say, we added in the third scout and we've decided to send him to Uruguay. Because we've got Edson Cavani last season, so yes, I'm trying to hunt and see if I can find his region. And then also we've got Facundo Palestre, who's proved to be a really key player for us recently. Especially with all the injuries, he's come in, he's proven himself. Only 6 months. And we also decided to bring Matteo Moreno back from his Bournemouth loan spell, because we've been taking a lot of injuries to the wings. And he played in that game against us 2 episodes ago. And you know what, he was decent. We also do a couple of transfers in. We try to get the T's and Mengate, bring in Benoit Badiashile. And then we end up paying his 22 million asking price, and we get a contract sorted for a 4-year deal for the 21-year-old Frenchman. Definitely a good deal in my opinion, especially injury wise for centre backs. We need centre backs running low. Also decided to bring in Rodrigo Fernandez from Sporting Lisbon to back up, not to back up Bruno. He would be playing in behind Bruno, but he just 74 rated. I think he can grow well, and he's just a player that I feel that we do take injuries to the midfield, and I feel we have been struggling in that midfield area quite a bit as well. Again, not even from injuries this time. I just feel like we just don't have the strength and depth for the midfield, and it'll probably always be a problem because I tend to buy and sell. But those are our 2 signs. 2 really good signs. They're probably the only 2 signs we'll really make, unless I feel I need to bring in an actual winger again. But since also we lost Daniel James as well, that was the whole point of bringing back Matteo Moreno. But unless we lose Greenwood or someone, then we probably won't really have to bring anyone in. Anyway, get into the first leg of the Carabao Cup tie against Chelsea. Of course, last year we got demolished by Manchester City in the Carabao Cup semi-finals, losing 6-3 overall, and poor goalkeeping does lead to Kai Havertz there? No, it's Christian Pulisic. Of course it wasn't King Kai. I generally thought it was offside when the ball was played, so I had to have a look back. Now, great pass by Hakim Ziyech to give Chelsea the 1-0 advantage. We did keep pushing though, and just before half time we do manage to fashion a chance. Good build up play, passing play around as the ball eventually falls to Danny Ings, who smashes it into the net. Well, he smashed it in the net, yes. We don't get the goal for it though, as he is just offside. Very poor from us there. That one pass too many. I mean, perhaps could Neves just hit a shot himself, tried to curl it past the goalkeeper instead of passing it? Maybe. But we do stay 1-0 behind at half time. Paul Pogba on that yellow card, still showing no fear. He goes in for the tackle to start us on the next attack. Jack Grealish finding the ball here. Just waits and waits, and then just slips that ball through. And I love this goal. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I just love that goal. I think it's just the calm presence of Pogba there. It's not really you see every shot in the game and they'll smash the ball when they kick it, they go for the shot. This was literally just tapped out, and he just literally let it bounce off his foot into the back of the net, like just that wee side foot, calm as you like chance. Bruno Fernandes, not long after that, they're smashing the crossbar, as you can see. But we do stay on the attack very quickly as Dallo holds the ball up, and there's Pogba again. And Paul Pogba, by himself so far this half, has managed to turn this game on its head, as it's Paul Pogba 2, Chelsea 1. Then going into the dying embers of the game, as you can see, we take off Greenwood for Moreno to bring him in for his first game. Greenwood did in fact take an injury for that reason, and this absolute beautiful goal from Bruno Fernandes to smash that into the top corner, just the technique in the volley, it was just something else, different class, and Bruno is different class. Best player at Manchester United currently by far. As we'll have a replay of this. I like leaving the replays in for the good goals. Like, you get goals that you'll see like maybe every few episodes constantly, but something like this, just that volley, 2-1 in a semi-final, just give the two goal advantage. We're still using the yellow ball from the last episode, haven't changed it back to default yet. But it was good. That was a good result to get, especially after what? What am I about to say here? Nothing weird. Especially like also the 0-0 Newcastle and the 1-0 with Ipswich, really lacklustre. But as you can see, we do in fact lose Greenwood. 7 months, there's an ACL. And that sort of forces my hand, and we choose to go get Jeremy from Villarreal. I was about to say Valencia, I knew I was wrong there. We'll get Jeremy from Villarreal, and we managed to get him in a 4-year contract. I wasn't too sure on him. I've never used him in game. I don't really know what he's like. Absolutely great. He's been absolutely great for Villarreal last season. So hopefully he can be good for us as we go into play against Wayne Rooney's derby. So we have a little look. Kel Roos holding our back line. Mikel Villanueva, Armo Bella Kotchap, Jason Knight, Christian Bielik, Rashid Aloui, Louis Sibley, Tom Lawrence. Martin Waghorn playing in the Premier League. Things you hate to see. Derby though haven't exactly had a great season, but I tell you what, I take nothing away from them in this game. They played well for a whole 5 minutes. As this ball there, hit a long shot is saved, and there's Fernandes, but not Bruno. It's Rodrigo Fernandes who has scores on his debut against Derby. Just happened to be there at the right time after the goalie spilled. And after that, Derby did sort of shut up shop on us. We're really unable to break them down too much until just before half time here, where Palestri gets a shot away. Good save by the goalie. Moreno instead keeps it in play. Probably should have let it go for a corner. Like I said, you got to win those headers, and the ball comes back to Palestri. Flick round to Bruno Fernandes. Palestri finds a little bit of gap. There's Bruno again. This time he hits the shot and is pushed away for a corner as we stay on top of Derby, getting into the half time whistle. We do get the corner in though, and it's somewhat clear. It does come back to Bruno. He just bangs it across to Ben White. Manages to hold that ball. There's a shot. And Moreno. Moreno, lovely outside of the boot pass to Scott McTominay, who smashes it in for 2-0 just before half time. And that was where this match sort of ended. Second half, nothing really of note to talk about. Against the team bottom of the league, we probably didn't exactly play great. But we did also get another injury. Bruno Fernandes now out for 3 months. This seems to be like the way things are going. We'll play a game, get injured. Play a game, get injured. It's got like last season all over again. You did just see there though, we won Manager of the Year for last year, so that was quite good to see. As we go to not White Hart Lane, new White Hart Lane, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And I thought, we'll have a look at the team. You know, Hugo Lloris, the whole defence has changed, except for Sergio Reguilon. Still Højbjerg in there. They signed Frank Kessie, as you see there. Dele Alli is playing for them for some reason. Berardi's son. So starting to change upside for Tottenham. And as usual, first half nothing really happened. As the amount of times we've played Spurs in this career, they are a tough team for us to break down. And they get through. Harry Kane, who else? Set up by who else but Heung-min Son. and it makes it 1-0. And he wants to decide to go and run over and celebrate with Ryan Mason. I'm guessing it'll be a fake character model, we'll still call it Ryan Mason, it's not Nuno yet. However, dodgy defending from Spurs does allow us in. Like, watch this. I'm going to stay quiet for this. Like, what was he doing? I think Alessio Romagnoli just let Pogba come up, take the ball, and then put it in the back of the net. I don't know what they were trying to do. Were they trying to pass it in the back for the last 40 minutes of the game? That does allow us to get the equaliser, and in the 70th minute we do find an attack. Jack Grealish finds that ball to Danny Ings, who's sort of just waiting for the overlap runs. Ball finds Pogba, he finds Facundo Pellistri, and Pellistri fires it in for his 4th goal in the Premier League this season. Scoring the goals, Pellistri, not exactly prolifically, but he is scoring at least, and that is what matters to me in the long run. And the fact is, he can play that left mid cam spot perfectly as well. Again, bad play by Spurs gives us the ball really high up the pitch. Jack Grealish getting that ball to Danny Ings, but Hugo Lloris making an absolute massive save. Should have been 3-1, but we take the victory nonetheless for 2-1 and try and push ourselves away from other teams in the chasing pack. We take another injury though. Why not? Why wouldn't we take an injury after every single game? Matteo Moreno sprained his knee, only a month this time, but still, we've only just brought him back, and we're losing wingers fast. As we go to Bournemouth Stadium, I said last season, I was not playing this stadium ever again. I hate this stadium. Just with my camera angle, this stadium is horrible. There's just something the way the camera jars about it literally gives me motion sickness. And I'm not going to use that as an excuse for when we play Bournemouth, but I just didn't want to really sim. I just wanted to play the games. And would that come back to bite me in the ass? Well, a quick sim would maybe lose me the game. At least if I play the game and lose, we play the game and lose. This ball ends up going out to Georgian Kudu. Do you remember him at Spurs? Falls back to Philip Billing, who cracks it home for 1-0 to Bournemouth. And that's where Billing scores a lot against. I think he scores in every game that we play against Bournemouth, home or away. Like, if he was younger, I'd probably sign him. Just so he'd stop scoring against me. Bournemouth though did prove hard to break down. We're having to really work the ball around. We get the cross in by Luke Shaw. Dennis Mann cracks that ball, deflects, and the referee gives a penalty for handball. Which you know what that means. We've got a VAR check. Let's have a look at this. So the ball's hit there. It's gone towards goal. Player ducks. His arm is out for his body. It definitely is a full right off the knuckles. We can't argue with that. It's definitely handball. Arms miles out from the body. Could you say it's a natural position? We try to block with your feet. I don't know, but we do end up staying up here with Fernando Torres Nino. Yep, his name is actually Fernando Torres. I'm sure his name is Fernando Torres. I really hope I've not just made that up. But anyway, Fernandinho does in fact smash that home, whilst I quickly try and do a Google search here. As we watch this Bournemouth free kick. Poor defending by Scott McTominay, not heading that way. As actually Dusan Vergara, who has just scored there for Bournemouth. And we do in fact take the 2-1 defeat. Yes, the 2-1 defeat to Bournemouth. As I said at the start of the episode, I didn't expect to see an FA Cup tie suddenly appear, which it did, and it's Southampton again in the 4th round, which is really, really annoying. So they put us out in the 1st round last time, and now we have to try and get past them again. So, we could go, technically could be classified as we go for a little bit of revenge in this game, but we will see what happens. I'm trying to find Fernandinho to work out what his actual real full name is. We played quite a rotated side here as Edson Cavani came in and he smashes us home in the lead after 8 minutes. But you want to see, you need to see the goals. That's really what matters. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's Fernando Nino Rodriguez. Okay, apparently I was wrong. I think when I think he called Fernando Torres, I think his nickname of El Nino. Okay, so he's not Fernando Torres Nino. Apparently that was all made up by me. Oh well. Anyway, as you can see here, poor defending has allowed Southampton to go 2-1 up after Cavani had gave us the lead. Of course, we weren't going to this lying down. I was not. My mind was going. I am not going out to Southampton again. The ball manages to make its way to Edson Cavani, and the old man smashes the ball home to make it 2 each. And that's what we want to see. So as we came in at the 90th minute, we're sort of trying to play here for extra time for the replay at this point. Yerway, however, makes a terrible pass as Alderete plays this ball to Chucho Hernandez. And the ball is played down in there as Gineppo. 93rd minute header. Southampton 3, Manchester United 2. And we lose a second game on the bounce. And twice in a row now, Southampton have put us out again in the 4th round of the FA Cup. Absolute savages, Southampton. Remember, they're a championship side this season. We also took another injury, would you believe it? Andrea Ruggeri now got to be out for 3 months with a broken toe. The injury list I got a feeling the injury list will be coming back soon. I think next episode I'll show an injury list to see how bad the injuries are actually getting again. We're running out of time in this episode. This episode's already about the 17-minute mark, so we'll end the episode here. Still one defeat in the league. In fact, we took our first defeat in the league there to Bournemouth. I'm saying still, it was our first defeat. 3 points clear of Spurs, so that beating them was definitely a big victory. 5 clear for Liverpool, 13 clear for Manchester City. Keep that in mind. And the top half of the table looks very like how you expect Arsenal 5th, maybe you expect them to be a bit lower. Chelsea struggling this season. Of course, next episode we'll be starting with them as well in the second leg of the Carabao Cup. West Ham, Aston Villa holding 7th and 8th respectively. Probably respectful areas for those sort of teams. We've scored 63 goals this season. I just realised compared to everybody else, we're absolutely dominating the goal scoring charts. We'll have a look at the bottom table. Bournemouth, that victory puts them 11 points clear of relegation, so that's probably them definitely safe. Fulham 10 clear of West Brom. Derby no longer bottom of the league. Burnley have slipped there. Like 21 losses Burnley have taken in 24 games. Your manager would be sacked, your fans wouldn't be coming, and you'd be losing money, you'd be in administration by March. Like, oh, anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video and I hope you have, please like and subscribe and I will see you next time. Peace.